All right, everyone. This is our podcast. My name is Kayvon.
What's up, boys? My name is Mohammed and gals. Mohammed. So yeah, we decided to do a podcast. It could be anything at this point.
So basically, what we're thinking about doing is just really like a podcast that's just kind of like once a month where we kind of just get together.
Yeah. Well, once a month, that's too much of a commitment.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Once a year. Okay. Once a year. If you guys are lucky, if it's a good year.
Right.
Maybe two, but we're just trying to keep our expectations low over here. And so, basically the purpose of this podcast really is just to, just kind of talk about like kind of current events, kind of talk about just kind of our life experience and stuff like that. And so, all right, so let's kind of just get into some topics right now.
Of course.
Right? Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's talk about how we know each other. How did we meet?
It's a while back now. Damn, when did we meet actually? Was it like
It was like around Housatonic time.
2014?
Yeah, that would make sense. I graduated 2013, so 2014, somewhere around there.
2015.
2015. 14, it wasn't,
We met through a mutual friend, so what was your first initial thoughts when you first?
When I was like, this guy's a weirdo. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this guy's a weirdo. I was like, what's good with this guy? Nah, I mean, like, I didn't really know you that well.
Yeah.
Like, I knew our mutual friend really well, and like, he just kind of like disappeared and did his own thing, and like we were just kind of like always together, so we just naturally just became friends.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't remember how we.
I don't remember the first initial. I think maybe we all had a class together, maybe.
Yes. Okay, that is.
Or we were studied together, I think.
No,
like,
we had business law. Business law.
Was it business law?
It was business law, and like it was like me, the friend, and then you.
Yeah.
And it was an 8 a.m. class too. Like every one of us was late either every
I'm the
day.
worst with being on time, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, for sure.
You're not any better yourself either, though, man.
Huh?
You're not any better yourself.
Nah, bro, I'm punctual, bro. I came to this. I was punctual today. You told me to be here at the specific time.
I said, what time I said? I said 5:30. What time
you said
was
5:40. You called me, cuz. You called me and you're like, come 5:40, and I showed up 3 minutes before. But yeah, punctuality is important to me. But yeah, I just don't remember how like when he disappeared and you like we started hanging out. I just had this blur, but. It's been a while. I mean,
like
7-8 years now.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a long time ago.
Yeah,
and so like we just became like after he basically kind of like he wanted to just kind of like do his own thing.
Yeah,
and then we just kind of like, hey, like you want to take classes together?
Well, it's solidified because we went to UB together.
Yes, but like before we went to UB together, like we were like still trying to like figure this thing out. Like we were like. Because we were about to finish with Housatonic, but it's I didn't want to go to Housatonic and not know anybody. And you kind of like, we're like, why don't we just kind of like apply to the same spots, all right?
Let's see what happened. Yeah, I remember the UB place,
And then we got that like scholarship to UB or whatever.
Yeah.
And then.
The biggest one you could get, so. Smart people here, but yeah.
And,
but yeah.
Yeah, we worked hard. We didn't cheat. We were on Housatonic, right? Started our ass off.
Yeah,
and, we ended up like graduating, and then we've been kind of like just boys ever since. And
of course, I mean those times playing ping pong all the time at the break room.
Oh yeah,
and pool.
Yeah,
I still got recorded. I still have the video.
This guy
literally beating your ass like how many times? Like
this guy would literally record the match as if he was trying to turn pro.
Because moments like this, because who's better?
We're not gonna. That's not the question.
Exactly.
Right now, okay? We'll answer that later.
I was getting your ass kicked in ping pong, so. I mean, I got the proof to show it, so it's all good. That's why I kept it over all these years.
My thing is, it's like if you have to record it, that means you usually don't win that much because you have to keep track.
It was just
when you're winning all the time, it's like too much.
It was
just
a mutual agreement.
You don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just too much footage,
Yeah, bro, it was like a 30-minute footage, but it was good.
Yeah, no, so Housatonic was fun. UB was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then from there we kind of went separate directions.
Yeah, we did. Because after I graduated University of Bridgeport, I ended up joining the Army.
Right.
And then
And then I ended up going for my master's.
Yeah.
Like initially we were like, let's go for the master's, but then you got a good opportunity to join the army, and yeah, a lot of benefits apparently. Like you kind of did your thing. How did that go? Like how did that start?
I mean, so for me, it was kind of more so like I was just kind of figuring out like what, like, it's kind of like scary, like when you're about to like graduate college.
Of course, yeah.
And then you're like figuring out, okay, like I'm going into the real world, like what, like you don't know what the future holds.
Right.
And so like, like I saw like my stepbrother at the time, like he joined the army, and you know I saw him, you know, just kind of reaping the benefits from it. And then my friend, like another one of my close friends, he was also in the army too. And he was telling me about all the benefits. And it's like something that like you kind of always thought was like really cool when you're younger. But you're like, oh, I don't think I could do that. Like, I don't think I'm really meant for that. But then I end up just joining. And honestly, I think that was like, that changed the whole trajectory of my whole life, I feel like. Like, you know, when you look back on your life, like I feel like you got to make a lot of good decisions like when you're younger, so that like those really can compound. And so like, you know, joining like I feel like, you know, a lot of the stuff that I have now is because of the army and that decision that I end up like deciding to choose. So
I mean, why do you think you couldn't do it? I mean, you were a pretty active guy before you came. I mean, you used to go to the gym all the time beforehand.
You know what it is though?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it is just kind of like, it's really your parents.
Yeah.
Right? And so like, you know, like I felt like
they baby you or something? Like
no, they're just like, oh no, you're gonna die. Like don't go to war. My
Yo, my
poor
mom
baby.
was saying that to me. Why are you afraid? Yo, he wants to die or something? Like
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that big like stigma. It's like, okay,
course.
you're gonna go to war and die. And so like
yeah.
You know, it was just kind of like a hard thing to really like tell my parents. Honestly, I didn't even tell them until I already did it.
Oh really?
Because like I'm like,
oh yeah, I'm getting deployed like next week. So
I'm leaving in like 24 hours now. And so so no, it was wild. Like when I told her and like everybody else, like their jaws dropped. It was just like, you did what? You didn't tell me, like you know. So that's kind of.
Do you regret it?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's kind of like one of those things that I feel like really changed my life, and like it gave me like an experience I never had before. It kind of experience, discipline, like just a whole completely different environment, and like
I feel like I could use some of that discipline right there.
Bro,
but you know, I got a messed up knee. So.
Oh yeah.
God, come on, like, you know
it's always something. It's always the knees.
I injured myself playing football.
You know, I have a little bit of I have a little bit of anxiety. I can't.
Oh no, that's that. I wouldn't say that. I literally had some, injuries there.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Yeah. If you really want to get in, you can get in. That's just.
Nah, they're gonna discharge me. Like, oh, can you do some bend? I don't know, this exercise, and I can't do it. It's okay.
Can you do some push-ups?
Yeah.
Can you do some
squats? That's right.
We do squats now. New PT test. Yeah. All right. So what about you though? So like, how did you like?
Nah. What about you? No, go ahead. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I decided to kind of go on the podcasting end. No.
The podcast. Like, damn, you doing that class then?
I kind of went to do my master's. I went to Sacred Heart.
So masters of what? Masters of bullshit?
Yeah, MBA, baby. I got my MBA, Masters in Bullshit Administration. That's what we like to call it.
Yeah, no, seriously, man.
But yeah, I wanted to get my MBA more towards, because here's the thing. It was like, I really didn't want to do it, but coming from like a Bengali background, they're like, oh, you gotta get your education. You're in the U.S. for a reason. You know, your cousins back home or people back home. They're like, they
would love this
opportunity. They would take your place, exactly. You
Right.
gotta do it. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. I mean, I didn't pay for it, so I just like, I did it.
That's the best type of scholarship right
there.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, I ended up kind of going that way, and then I, worked with my parents because they have their own business, like So
how is that? How is that life? Just kind of like having your own or at least your parents having their own business. Like, is it like? Would you prefer? Obviously, you don't know what it's like to work a regular 9 to 5 or retail job.
Yeah.
But would you prefer that, or would you prefer the business? Like, Is it more challenging?
I mean,
Is
it
it
has
more
its ups and
pressure?
downs. Like when you work for yourself, there's like in the beginning there's no set hours because if you want to be successful, you just work and work and work.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad's like he did all the work initially because he just kind of set up that foundation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean like you make your own hours.
Yeah.
You get to decide if you want to. Oh, I'm gonna go for a vacation for 2 weeks. Like you don't have to use PTO. Or
true.
ask your boss, hey, can I get like next month off or anything like that? I mean, but the
downside of it though, you still gotta like have another employee to fill that
of
spot,
course,
right?
yeah.
So you're still
yeah,
paying
exactly,
for it in
exactly.
another way,
yeah,
right?
That's the thing. Like, you have to find someone to cover for you, and also like just, I mean, working with your parents is kind of a little like
That's the other thing too,
like you're
right?
getting,
It's a
you're
family
yeah, you're
business.
getting parenting like on when
So
you're
like
working.
you get paid and stuff like that, or
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
like
I mean, here's
you
the
get
thing.
paid with love. I
Oh,
got
for
it.
sure. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
come on. I'm coming from like a Bengali, like Desi background. Like, of course
Yeah.
you don't get paid. I
Yeah.
mean, they pay for school, they pay for like my car, my house, my food. But yeah, I mean, now they're like, recently they're like, yeah, you could get paid. But before it was just like, before I went to school, they're like, no, you're just gonna.
It's like nah, like a reason why I made you was for this free labor.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, there's kind of scholarship money. That's what they are.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, it has its ups, it has its downs. But I mean, I don't
Hey,
know.
I mean, I feel like everything in life kind of has it, right? So
Yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
anything in life, there's probably ups and downs. But overall, I mean, it's just kind of like, even when I think about like our experiences, like two completely different paths,
Yeah, right. Of course.
right? Like,
Yeah.
would you say that we're very similar in a way, or would you say that we're very different?
I think we're a bit different in some ways.
Different,
More
right?
different than similarities.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
certainly agree to that. I think our mindset on certain things are very different.
oh, for sure, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
my outlook at things and then versus your outlook at things is
Yeah.
like, but it's kind of like the
well,
amazing.
that's the thing. Like, it's just kind of like the environment you grow up in. Like, right? Like,
Facts.
if you're like in a Desi community, you're more in like a conservative background. Like,
Yeah.
kind of keep everything to yourself. Don't like share a lot of information with people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like don't take a lot of risks.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I'm more hesitant to if it's anything to do with risk. I'm like I said, like we're talking a while back, like a few minutes, like few days back, like how it takes our risk tolerance is completely different. I'm more like just hoard everything, save it up, and you're like, okay, you could save, but then you got to take risks to get those
I'm
opportunities
like,
to
hey
present
man,
yourself.
I'm trying to go to the casino and win
Yeah, I
some,
mean,
you
not
know?
like that. Yeah, of course. But whether that's like like real estate or finance or investing, but yeah, the risk tolerance is completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one angle, but
Yeah, no, I would definitely say like I think at least in this point in my life, like
Yeah.
my risk tolerance is definitely just kind of just higher because like I'm trying to just kind of put myself out there more and just really more so I feel like this part of my life is just kind of like I'm just trying to like give value to the world and just kind of produce things and just kind of see like what like where this stuff takes me, right? Like I do want to give back. Like I want to like help people. Like I want
Of
to
course.
and so
well, what are you doing now to do that?
right now to really help well, I think like I said mostly right now I think I'm just trying to like give value, right? I think it's definitely important to like certainly give back. Like I used to like donate once a year to kind of charity. And,
Okay.
And then once in a while it sounds corny, but I would go to the whatchamacallit again. I donate my clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Like what's that called?
What's that? It's like
It's like those things you drop the clothes off.
yeah,
right?
you drop your clothes
I
off and
forgot the
stuff
name.
like
It's not
that.
Make-A-Wish. I'm thinking Make-A-Wish for you.
Nah, you're thinking of something else.
Yeah, it's just donate the clothes. Like I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
It's like
Somebody in the comment section,
yeah,
let
of course.
us know.
Yes,
you know?
yes. That's a good idea. Yes.
Well,
you're saying you used to, you don't do that anymore?
I think
Like
so.
you don't
The
do
thing
charity,
is,
like,
like,
you don't donate or anything
I mean,
like that?
you guys don't really know, but like, I just came back from a deployment, so it's like,
Okay. Yeah.
this year is still not even over yet, and so there really hasn't been that opportunity. And now,
I mean,
do I get?
the holidays are right around the corner.
It's the perfect
It's the time of giving, like
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. And so, I'll probably look to do something. So I feel like the more you kind of progress in your life, I don't know. Do you feel like you have a responsibility to give back?
oh, of course. I mean, like I mean, I don't want to bring religion to this, but like religion is one of the big factors. Like, you know, as being a Muslim, like that's part of our faith to just give.
Yeah.
Give more than you take. So yeah, I mean, I try to do as much as I can. And here's the thing: when it comes to like in Islam, when you like give, you're not supposed to share with the world. Like, oh, I'm giving. There's like a quote that says, "Give with your right hand, so your left hand doesn't know how much you gave."
Got you.
So just to do it incognito. So,
right. You're doing it not because you want the attention from like, oh, I'm like trying to like be a nice guy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, look at me, I donated to that.
Yeah. Whether you give $1 or $1 million.
Yeah, you do it, and then you do it because you want to, not because you're trying to like
just get
seem
the
like
fame.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That certainly makes sense. Yeah, I know. I definitely think that like giving should be like a big part of, you know, even if you don't even have it. I mean,
you can give your time. Go volunteer, do something. Exactly. You know, there's a lot of volunteer opportunities out there. You just kind of have to want to do it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, kind of where I'm kind of leaning towards right now, where it's like I'm looking to find more things with like my time and stuff like that.
Here's the thing: I prefer to throw money at my problem. like if people are like, "Oh, do you want to like donate?" You know, not like, you know, spend a couple hours to doing this. I'm like, how much can I donate to like not do that? You know?
Yeah. No,
it's like instead of like doing 2 hours to do that, let me give you $50. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this $50 is like worth more than me like helping out. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I ever volunteer like. Yeah, I don't think I ever did. Like I said, I threw money at the volunteers. Here, have some, you know.
Let this.
And I'm not bragging. Like I'm not giving, you know, thousands of dollars. But here's like $10. Here's $50. You know. Yeah. Because they value your, like, how much you value your time. They're like, oh, $25 an hour. You know, $50.
So here's my problem with that, right?
Yeah.
If you always see these like. You always see these scams like, only like 1% actually go to the like kids or whatever cause it really is.
There was one with Red Cross, like where some of the money, like, I mean, it's not a scandal. It's just that it goes more towards administration fees than it goes to the cause. So if you're donating $100, like maybe 20, 30 is going to running the business, and then the 70 is actually going to the people that need the help.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. How are we gonna run the
business? And so that's why for me it's kind of like
you doing it knowing that you're
I'm on the ground. I'm actually like
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And like you can kind of tell a lot about like maybe like a charitable organization when you actually work there. Kind of just get a feel for the environment. Is this whatever you're passionate about? Some people are like crazy passionate about like dogs, right?
Yeah.
Right, and so they want to give a lot of the times to that. Maybe it's kids, whatever the case is.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, for me, I feel like this might sound bad, but like, I don't like giving to non-essential stuff.
Not humans, right?
Yeah. No. I'm good with animals. It's just that like I'd rather give to people that like can't afford the basics, like, you know, water, shelter, food. Like I prefer to give to that than someone's house.
Yeah, I see that.
Replacing a bathroom sink or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, okay, your bathroom sink is broken, but this dude can't find water. He needs to walk a mile, 2 miles down up the hill to get water.
That's a good point.
So I'd rather donate the money to build a well there. They could get water. Like, I feel like that type, in my opinion, I feel like that makes more of an impact.
Yeah.
Than donating to someone that needs their sinks filled. I don't know. I mean, it's both good. It's just like I feel like that just holds a little bit more value in my personal belief.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like that's when you think about just kind of really helping the world, that's probably doing more good in society than helping somebody, you know, get a new house or a renovation or whatever the case is, right? And so, you definitely want to, I think there's like also websites that like show like where your money and dollars are actually like, like it shows the percentages.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you remember the video I did like 2 years back, where I was donating money to people, like I was just kind of, if you notice, I gave money to people that are like raising money for St. Jude's or like, you know, American Cancer Society. And then like when I was scrolling through, there was like, oh, help me pay my rent, or help me buy a new part for my car. I'm like, all right, I'm not donating to those,
What's that that website where it's like you can donate to like people for random stuff like.
Well, is it like you talking about like they use that money to do business?
So they're like, I think it's GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, yes.
So people would just like have like random like GoFundMe. GoFundMe.
I'm trying to go to vacation or something.
It's like, what? Why will I?
Yeah, like I mean, they probably reach like the richer audience. Like, here's $1,000. Go on vacation.
like you see a lot of like Instagram models. They're like, oh yeah, like I'm trying to go to Bermuda for this trip. Can you like donate to my? I'm like,
yeah, of course.
Like, and then people actually do it.
Yeah,
it's like,
hey, it doesn't hurt. The worst thing that happens is you say no. You know, they say no, but
I don't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's wild. Guys, definitely donate.
For
if
sure.
you donate,
if you can, you make the world a better place.
Yes, and
That's
also
it.
comment if you donate too. You know?
What's your favorite charity to donate to? I personally donate to one of my favorite is St. Jude's. That's
St.
one of my
Jude's?
go-to. Like if I had to donate something, I'd go to St. Jude's.
Yeah, St. Jude's.
Yeah.
So funny story is, right? So I donated one time to I believe it was like a fire department or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then turns out like I had to fill out this I think they sent it to me randomly, and I was like, you know what? I think it was the holiday season. I end up sending them some money, and I end up like sending it in like an envelope or whatever.
Yeah.
And on there you put your number, your email address, and all that stuff. And still to this day, I get emails from, hey, the police department, the fire department, this department. I'm like, they stole my information.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
A charity, I wouldn't expect that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And so it's like, that part I'm kind of like, okay, like, because I hate getting like these calls from them now. It's like, like I'd rather do it when I'm like, just send me the stuff in the mail. Let me do it that way instead of you calling me and, that type of way. But yeah. All right. What about all right. So right now, I just got this house, and then you're kind of like still living at home. So what do you think?
Don't shade there, guys.
Nah.
So what?
I know you gonna get a bigger house than me at one point.
Nah.
I mean, you're at home. You're saving all the money.
Of course,
Come on
yeah,
now. Like,
yeah, right.
I'm expecting your house to be $1 million.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So just kind of like how is that like are you in any rush at this point? Like what do you think is like, even just kind of like talk about just like your culture and like what it's like.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna say like I said, I'm not in no rush because as being a Desi person, when I say Desi, it's like kind of people from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and that like Southeast Asia. They're considered like a Desi because the culture is pretty similar. But yeah, being from a Desi background, it's kind of, there is no time limit. Like my parents expect me to stay with them forever.
Okay.
And they wouldn't mind if I do, because it's like.
So is that like I don't mean to cut you off, but like Americans that are like from
You didn't mean to cut me off, but go ahead.
Well, I'm not sorry now. And so like do most like Bangladesh family, do they like still live 30 years, 40 years?
What you mean 30? Yes, because
like they're 30 years old and 40 years old still living with their parents, like and that's not like it's not a problem though, right?
No, it's like they're expected to, because like my grandparents' house, like they have a house, right? And they built a house on top of their house so their kids could stay there.
Wow.
Like it's kind of looking at like, it's like you look at it at this point, like your parents took care of you when you were younger, and when they get into the old age, it's for time for you to kind of take care of them too. It's like more like a community thing, culture.
So like when does that shift actually take place? So like, is it a specific age where it's like you slowly take care of them? Or
I mean,
like,
when they can. I mean, like,
when they can.
Yeah,
take
I mean,
care
like
of
our
themselves?
parents are still capable of doing everything for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see them like, hopefully, pray that they could keep doing this as long as possible. But like but at a certain point, they can't do basic tasks. That's where you step in. Like now it's time to pay them back in a sense. Like they took care of you all your life. Now it's time for you to return the favor. And it kind of just goes generations after generation. Like then you have kids and they take care of you, because there's no such thing as nursing homes. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of looked down upon. Like, if I sometimes say jokingly to my parents that they take that person, like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I took care of you. You're gonna put me in a nursing house or ride with other people?
Okay.
Like,
I feel like nursing homes do get a bad rep though.
Yeah, I mean, they do get a bad rep. I mean, I hear a lot of horror stories, like personally, I just heard a recent one where one of my customers, their mom was there, and then like they took her home, and she has sores on her back because they're supposed to flip her every hour, and apparently they didn't do it, so she gathered some sores on her back, and she's like 80 something years old. So
yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, they do get some bad rep, but
I mean, I guess because it's like just the people that are actually taking care of them don't care nearly as much as you care about your own parents.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
And so they're not going to be nearly as attentive
Right,
to
exactly.
their
Because
needs
here's the thing,
and stuff
and
like
they
that.
don't mean to do it. They have to look at 20, 30 other patients potentially.
Yeah.
So they have to like kind of manage. I mean, they probably like one nurse gets 5 different people to look after, but one, they have to look at many patients, and also yes, they're not gonna put as much care. Like that's not my mom. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, if she dies, oh well. Right?
I still get paid.
The paycheck still comes. Is it Friday?
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's so like.
Yeah. I mean, what about you? How do you feel as a brand new home? I mean, we're in your new home.
I mean,
how long you been here?
It's been a couple of months.
Yeah. Brand new homeowner.
Yeah.
How'd that experience go? Like,
I mean, it was kind of tough because I came through during the pandemic time, trying to get a house.
The housing market was going crazy. Like,
dude, that was like
worth $100,000 selling for like 150, 200,000. You know,
that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare. Like, there was times when I was like close to just kind of like, because I'm that type of person where I like to be on top of these things. Where it's like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Like, I always got to look at myself in the mirror type of thing.
Yeah.
And so like when we're doing everything we can. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how nice you are, people are trying to get the best offer.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it works both ways. You trying to pay the less, they're trying to get the most.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's business. Yeah, of course.
And so like there was one house, dude. I think if I had bought it now at the time, I would have been way over my head. But at the time, I pushed in I was like, here, take all my money. And they said no.
Okay.
And they said no, and I'm just like, who
was this your first offer? Like
this wasn't my first offer.
Okay.
And I think part of the reason why I did that offer was because I was kind of getting frustrated with the process.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a house, especially a multifamily, right? And so when that didn't happen, and I went way above what I even could have even afford. I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Like, is this not enough money? If it's about money, how much is that? You know, and so.
I feel like at the same time, people got greedy too. Like they seen that the market price is going up, so even if they put even if the house is worth $50,000 what they originally bought it for, they're putting for another $50,000 on top of that.
Well, the problem is that like a lot of times they're like, okay, all right, we got 100,000 over asking, but we're not. We got like 20 other people bidding for it.
So.
Well, yeah, a lot of people, but they'll also come back and say, okay, but we're not gonna do any inspections. And you're like, are you serious?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we'll give you 100,000 more, but we just buy it outright. We don't do inspection.
Yeah, and so it's like,
and you over here, I need an inspection. They're like, oh no, we're not selling it to you. Yeah,
you know, and so it just kind of becomes just really freaking frustrating. And then by the time you put 10, 15 offers in, and you're like, every chance you go, you're looking at houses. You get frustrated after a while.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this might be I feel like for all this stuff, it might be like a housing crash. Like some people are going to be defaulting on their loans because they they're going over their head. Like they could afford 100,000, but they're spending 150,000 on the house, and
I would say maybe not, because you gotta think a lot of those people that bought also over asking. They also probably sold their house and also got way more than they anticipated too.
That's true.
And so it kind of just balanced it out. It really hurt the people that just were first time homeowners coming in don't have anything that hey, I didn't just own my house and made a shit ton of money. I'm here trying to put 3% down. You know, first time homeowner or whatever. So So the process sucked. If I'm being honest, but you stuck it through. And eventually I got a house, and
so what do you miss about, or not miss and not miss about leaving your parents?
I miss saving the money.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah.
I miss being able to save up that good amount of money every month. Because even when I'm here, I'm still trying to figure everything out, my finances, all the bills that's coming through. Some are quarterly, some are monthly. Trying to just get a grip on it. I'm learning, honestly. But I don't mind it. I like learning and figuring this shit out.
What do you not miss?
What do I not miss? I not miss my people over. I can't bring anybody over really.
Okay.
It's
just having your privacy and
dude,
peace
this,
and quiet.
Exactly. I live by myself, so it's I invite anybody over I want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not like, hey,
Like, you won't be
hey,
able to
pops.
do this.
Hey, pops, is it okay if, like, you know, my friends come through
Yeah,
at
yeah.
9
We try to do a
o'clock?
podcast. Like, can you keep it down? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's knocking on the door. Hey, keep that noise down.
Yeah, I feel like same here. Like when I'm making videos on my channel, like that's one of the things that like, damn, I wish I had my own place. Like, cause I'm like, yo, ma, stay quiet. Like, you know, she's cooking and cleaning
Yeah.
upstairs. I'm like, oh my god, you can hear like the
You know what I'm saying? Like,
noises. Yeah.
you gotta, hey, mom, so you going to the grocery store? How long are you
Yeah,
gonna be?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
You know, so
Yeah.
no, that's
I mean, are you not scared of the dark? Like, I mean, like the aloneness.
dude. The thing is, my thing is, you have to stay busy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
if-
bro, what the, bro? This would freak the shit out. Like, if you just hear a little crack in the back, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? It's like someone's coming in. Like, bro,
Nah, I mean,
how you deal with that?
The thing is, the way I deal with it, you just don't, like, I'm always on edge. I'm
Oh
like,
my
wait,
God.
what's going on?
Yeah, like if you're in your room and then you hear something bang like that, you just heard that, like a little.
What the
pop.
heck
like,
was that?
bro? That would,
Nah.
like
No, here's the thing, though, right? So, like, with that, it's like, I'm always, like, I always got something, like, on, like, a TV or something.
oh, okay. So, like
So
a
it's
sound,
not
like,
like,
white noise in
yeah,
the
it's not
background.
like,
Okay.
and, like, I'm also, like, a heavy sleeper. So once I'm sleeping, I'm not like,
you're out
like,
like
my
a-
eyes are opening
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
hearing something
Yeah.
creaking and now,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Here's the thing: most people are afraid of the dark because you're not by yourself. It's because you're afraid that you're not alone. Basically,
I'm not
you're not
afraid
afraid
of
to
the
be
dark.
alone. You're just afraid that you're not alone. There's something with you.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in ghosts? I want to say yes and no. I mean, like, I've seen some videos where it's like,
Has to be a ghost.
well, it's like, is this shit real? Like,
Yeah.
like, something is just too, like,
Right.
haunted about this shit. And
Right.
then, like, so I would say yes.
So how
To
do
a
you
certain-
live here by yourself if you believe in ghosts? That's my question.
The thing
Like,
is, you could, like, believe that maybe ghosts out there exist,
but
but
they're nice.
like, exactly, they're the good ones. There's
right.
the good ones in my
Oh,
house,
okay,
you know,
okay,
like.
it's your homie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just Jeff in the back, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I have the good house, the good ghosts in my house.
okay.
Not the bad, like, ones that give all that bad voodoo. What about you?
Hell yeah! I mean,
Yeah?
of course, yeah.
You believe
Well,
in aliens too?
Gotta be, bro. Like, you see how, like, I be, like, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm just the dumbest, smartest person there. I be watching, like, Neil Tyson. What's his name? Neil Tyson something. But he's, like, an astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Like, I just be watching the random videos. But, like, the size of the universe is just, like...
It's so massive.
Exactly.
Right?
Like, it's
There's no freaking way.
It's impossible
Yeah.
that we're the only, you know,
Living
like,
being,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. Like, it's so impossible. Like, I mean, here's the thing. They say that the universe is always expanding,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll never ever see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'll never get close to.
Dude, that's just, like, wild.
It's just mind blowing. Like, when you see it, like,
It's-
bro, like how insignificant we are. As
I wonder
as a
how
human race.
further along are we in comparison to, like, other freaking, like. Well, this might be getting, like, deep into some other shit.
Yeah,
It's
Go
like,
ahead. Let's see.
No, it's like, it's just like, like, are other, like, living, like, creatures out there more advanced than us? And, like, what if, like, we ever just kind of, like,
Yeah.
you gotta admit, like, maybe at some point, like,
Yeah.
we gotta, like, kind of cross path.
Right.
And so it's like,
right.
like, how would that even be? Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's why, yes, I definitely, like, wholeheartedly believe, yes, there are extraterrestrial life out there, but there's also unseen, like, the stuff that we can't see. Like, you know, there could be a Jeff right next to me. I don't know. My bad, Jeff. Like,
no, I mean, that would make sense because it's like, why is
oh,
there,
what's
like,
up, Randy? My bad.
what's up, Jeff?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, then it's just mind blowing, like, how, like, big the universe is. Sometimes just like there's like this there's like a statistics, like, there's more planets out there than there is. No, there's more galaxies out there than there is, like, grains of sand in this world.
What?
Yeah, like,
There's more
galaxies.
galaxies
bro.
than
Galaxies,
there is-
bro. Yeah.
That's nuts.
So it's like, it's crazy, like, how big the universe is. So it's
That's
like,
freaking nuts.
yeah.
Dude.
So that's why I'm confused when people, like, I don't understand how when there's people say, like, there's no God. Like, I'm just like, how though? Like, it's just like, if you just look at it, like, just
it's
like remove everything out of it. Like not saying specific religion.
Something
like, you know what I'm
has to
saying?
have like created
That's
us
what I'm saying. It's
to
just
get
how
here.
big the universe is. I'm just like it has to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Something had to have happened. It's just like
yeah, right.
like to me, it's just
What happened
amazing.
was the Big Bang, but the question is, how did the Big Bang happen? That's the question, you know. But yeah,
Hey,
so
somebody, if you know in the comments,
yeah,
you
right.
gotta
How
let
did the
us know,
Big Bang happen? What was it?
You know, because I'm still trying to figure this shit out myself.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's interesting as hell, and then like, you can just go down a rabbit hole with that
Of course.
stuff. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
And
like,
so,
listen, there's like so many theories out there, multiple, universe, string theory, and so much and so forth. Like, I mean, the multiverse, like Marvel Universe made a whole thing out of it. Like when all the Spider-Mans joined together and everything. You ever watch No Way Home? Bro, what? You don't watch any Marvel movies?
Nah.
Damn, you're missing
Marvel
out. Like,
movies,
wait,
nah,
so you
man.
never like got into like Spider-Man
No.
or anything?
Spider-Man is for like losers like you.
Yo,
I'm just
oh my
I'm just fucking
god,
with you.
oh man, you're missing out.
I'm just messing with you. Nah,
That's a
I
talent.
definitely like Spider-Man. My favorite really is like I love X-Men.
Really? Okay.
X-Men is my favorite.
Yeah.
Like those, I really enjoy the hell out
Okay.
of those ones.
Okay. Yeah, I never really got into
Yo,
X-Men
cuz,
like
quick
that.
question for you.
Yeah.
You like soccer?
Oh yeah, of course.
What do you think about this World Cup?
Oh, it's crazy.
Who do you think is gonna win first of all?
Yeah, I mean, I want Argentina to win.
Argentina.
That's my team. I mean, Messi versus Ronaldo.
But you're
I'm
from
a Messi
Bangladesh.
fan.
You're not rooting for Bangladesh. Come
They're not
on.
even, they're not even in the top 100 best teams in the world. I don't think. But yeah, I want Messi. I'm a Messi fan. Yeah, but yeah, I think Argentina is gonna win it all. The next game they're gonna have, it's gonna be very important for them.
Didn't they get upset by
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia?
Yeah.
You still think they're gonna win?
Of course, it's just the one upset. It happens. I mean, they're just
They lost like 2-0.
they're just putting
right?
themselves more into they lost that one and they won the
next
against
one?
Mexico.
Oh yeah.
So next one's against Poland. It's gonna be.
I hope Poland beats them.
No.
Just
Poland. All they have is Lewandowski, like their top player. But
I
besides
mean, he's
that,
pretty good though.
he's alright. I mean, he's a Barcelona player. Barcelona's my team. Yeah, so he's good. But Messi's better. But yeah, I think Argentina could take it all. I mean, they have a good squad. I mean, before they lost Argentina, they had like I believe it was like.
So what do you think about
37,
like
36
France? France has been looking really sharp out of
Yeah,
the
they
gate,
have a good team.
right.
But their midfielders kind of lack because Pogba and Conte couldn't make it to the finals because they were injured. They're one of their best players or best midfielders. So I mean, Mbappe is doing a lot of things. But
Mbappe, that's my
that boy
favorite.
can run.
That's my that's especially in FIFA. Like I don't know if you guys play FIFA, but he's a cheat code.
Oh,
in
for
FIFA.
sure. Oh, for sure.
His
Just do a
speed-
through ball and just run through yes.
You gotta tackle him literally
Yeah,
before
for
he
sure.
gets the ball.
For sure, yeah,
Especially
yeah.
in space.
Yeah.
Nah, he's
Mbappe.
He's
I mean,
legit.
I feel bad for Benzema. Like he got injured. I mean, he won
yeah.
the Ballon d'Or, the best player award, and he got injured right before the World Cup. So now he can't.
that's devastating because you don't
Yeah.
get a lot of opportunities
Of
like
course.
that.
I mean, like he didn't play for the last.
How old is he,
few-
by the way?
He's like in 34, I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
up
yeah.
there. Yeah.
I mean,
how old is Messi?
He's 32. So I think Ronaldo's.
still
I think
relatively
Ronaldo's like 35 or like 30 something. Like because Messi and Ronaldo's 2 years difference. I'm probably giving him more years. He's probably like 34 and 37. 37. I don't know, but like 35, 37, something like that.
So like realistically, do you think that they have another like
Maybe.
maybe another opportunity at a World Cup?
Yeah.
Or do you think this is
here's
it?
the thing,
Really?
like maybe Ronaldo because he's like fit. Like this dude.
Ronaldo, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like being top of the game, that's his thing. Like you know, he's like the most fittest athlete that I know. I can think of. Because if you look at like his teammate that he played with, Wayne Rooney, like and like he retired like a few years back. This dude like got fat. Like I mean, like he looks like he's retired.
Because he's not nearly
Yes.
burning up that much
Yeah, and Wayne
calories and
Rooney's
stuff like that.
younger than Ronaldo.
Really?
Yeah. So like look it up. Like look it up real quick.
Yo, what are these guys like when do they retire out of
Bro, there's no like specific time, but I mean like Zlatan, this dude I think is like the oldest dude playing. He's like in his 40s, and he's still playing top level, you know. But yeah, I think maybe Ronaldo could push if he really wants to. He could push it one more World Cup because Portugal doesn't have that many good players. Like you know what I'm saying, like France is like you know France, England, Spain, they're like stacked. So you have to be the top of the top.
You gotta be conditioned
exactly
to be if you
like
want to
you
be
know what I'm
there.
saying, like Portugal. It's one of those teams that they rely on few key players. Like They have like Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes,
All right, serious question
Bernardo
now.
Silva. Yeah.
Who do you think is the best soccer player of all time? If you're giving it to Ronaldo or Messi,
I already said
already
that.
said you feel like it's Messi, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it's
my
like,
guy right
that's
there. I
your-
mean, that's the thing. They're so like tied. I mean, the advantage that Messi has now is he has more Ballon d'Or. He has 7. Ronaldo has 5. Like that's the winner that determines who's the best,
best player.
that year.
It's like almost like an MVP award,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
For the whole season, you like sum it up. The one thing people used to say is like Messi never won an international trophy. That kind of make him less than Ronaldo, but he just won the Copa America like a few years back. So that's
Was that like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah,
and that was
exactly.
for like South America, right?
yeah, exactly. So now this is the World Cup. So I feel like whoever wins this World Cup, if Messi or Ronaldo wins it,
It puts one of them over the other.
exactly
You think?
like I would concede if Ronaldo wins, I'll concede. Not really, but you know what I'm saying, I'll give it to him. But
You give him his flowers.
yeah,
right?
exactly. But if Messi wins, like whoever wins this, they're set in stone, like the best ever. There's not gonna be any more, debate, because that's the only thing they're both missing. They already won the Champions League. They won, their league titles. Their
All right,
other
let me ask you
cups.
this then.
Yeah.
All right, if you other than like Messi and Ronaldo, who else do you think can upset like and actually like win it? Like if you had to pick an underdog, who would you say?
Damn. That's a good question.
What do you think
actually.
about the USA?
Bro,
You think they have a chance of winning it or no?
I don't know, because they didn't like.
They
Like
didn't
they
look
conceded
good
to
against.
Wales. Like
yeah.
Wales were trash. Like come on, not really. I don't think so. They're going against Netherlands. I don't think they could like make it out of it. I mean, I want them to. Like, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I was glued to the TV this whole game.
Netherlands is pretty good team.
Oh yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
If they
got
can
stacked
beat
team.
Netherlands, then that'll show me okay they're legit, right?
Yeah, bro. They got like
Or even tie. Tie is like a win for them, right?
No, I think this is the knockouts. I don't recall. I think
They,
have to
should
win.
be going into the knockout round because they
Yeah.
won today.
Yeah, this is the round 16. So like, yeah, I mean, bro, they got Memphis Depay in front, Frankie De Jong in the middle, and they got Van Dijk in the back. So they're like Van Dijk was at one time considered one of the best defenders. I mean, Frankie De Jong in his prime right now. He plays for Barcelona. But yeah, I mean, he could just drop dimes, like But I don't know. I mean, let's hopefully Christian Pulisic's not too injured to play because if he injured himself today. So.
So who do you think would be the best underdog though that could win it? That nobody's like.
Nah, bro, I don't
Like England, maybe France.
I don't think England is as much of an underdog. Maybe. I mean, like they said, most of the players there are from the Premier League. So yeah, England.
All right.
But yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. Faz.
That's it.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah, I mean that was our officially first podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed.
That one is called The Pilot.
Yeah, the pilot. It's been
Pilot.
shot.
Yeah.
Like a terrorist.
Yeah. This guy. Listen, man. FBI is gonna be at this guy's
I
door.
mean,
like,
my name
as
is
soon as
Mohammed,
he
so I can
gets
make
home.
those type of jokes, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you thought of this. I mean, was it too long? Was it too short? What else would you like us to talk about? We
Yes.
kind of have some few topics coming up. We're gonna kind of go over. But
Definitely
yeah,
give us feedback. Like,
yeah, leave a
would
comment.
you want us to talk about more so our personal life?
Yeah.
Just kind of like random topics.
Yeah, give our opinions on random things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to do the usual. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Definitely leave a comment.
Definitely.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Peace.
Take care.